It is day 7. I am officially 1 week into my 30-day garden prep challenge, and I'm going to start today with an easy row. This was all of my zinnias. I always do zinnias right along the fence here by the entry, and before I can pull them out, I need to save some seeds. Zinnia seeds, really any flower is easy to save seeds from, but all you really need to do is just pull the whole dried, dead head off. Now, ideally, I would have done this when there was still some color, so I would have known like which colors I was saving, but I don't always get to it in time. So I'm just gonna kind of grab a variety and hope that I get a good mix, and then you can break them all apart once you have them in your bag, and that will give you kind of a nice mixture for planting them next year without having to rebuy seeds again. But now we can pull these out. They are going to go to the pigs, who may or may not eat them, but at least they will be out of the way, and then I can cover this bed with a thick layer of mulch, which I probably am going to tap into the straw that is in the chicken coop again, just because it's what I have and it's free. I don't have leaves. I don't have a ton of grass clippings because we're not really mowing. So I'm just going to throw this straw in here, and that will keep this bed nice and weed free in the spring until I get around to planting it again. Now, while I was finishing up mulching that, my boys took out another row of tomatoes for me. This one was a doozy. There were so many cherry tomatoes, but they got them all out, and I decided I'm just going to leave the landscape fabric down for here because I don't have more mulch. But I need to terminate the cover crop on this bed right here. Now, I have done this mixture before, which is oats and buckwheats, which you can see from this picture. It will die back on its own with the cold, but because it's kind of flopping into the aisles here, I really kind of want to crimp it back with my feet and then just put it under this tarp so that way all of the seeds that maybe have formed die off into the actual bed versus in my walkways. So all I'm doing is I'm just pulling this tarp over the top of it, and then I'll leave it there all winter, and that will kill it back, and I'll actually have a bed that I can plant in with mulch on it next spring if I want to. This tarp is a little bit weird shaped because it's long and skinny, but I'm going to use it here because when I pull those carrots in the bed next to it out, I probably will want to have that covered with the tarp as well. So this will make it possible for me to just quickly pull it over there and not have to bring in a different tarp. I'm feeling pretty good about the progress that I've made in here the past few days. However, there's no doubt there's a lot of work to be done, and I haven't really gotten to the bad part of it yet. There's such a mess on the other side of these raised beds, but I just have to take a minute and appreciate the work that has been done and recognize the value in that and not dwell on what hasn't been done. We do have some snow potentially predicted in the forecast in a few days, so I'm gonna try really hard to try to get maybe to the raised beds done, and if I don't get the north portion of the garden before the snow sticks, it's not the end of the world. I don't think that the snow that does come is gonna stay forever, and it's not gonna like totally freeze the ground or anything. But if I lose momentum after not being able to work out here for a few days, I don't want to have it be, kind of not even halfway finished. So I'm going to check off the few things that I've gotten done today. Also, if you are just joining in, I am doing 30 days of prepping my garden for the 2024 growing season, for winter, whatever you want to call it. And all of the worksheets that I'm using to kind of track my progress, you can get as a free printable. I have the link in the description to the video that you can go and download it if you'd like it. And if you go back to the video of day one, it kind of explains how I fill all of this out and just kind of how I'm using it to track my progress. I also just thought I would mention, if you want more information about deep mulching, cover crops, covering your soil, you can get my ebook that breaks it down. Super, super simple, quick read, nice kind of reference to have. And it explains all of the different types of cover crops, all the different types of mulches, how to choose which one is best for you. And it's $5, but you can get that in my description of this video's link. I'll put as well. And thank you guys for supporting me. For those of you that have grabbed that, I hope it's super helpful. Sometimes it's nice to have something that you can print and read and reference versus having to go back and rewatch a video. So that was the purpose kind of in making that. Otherwise, appreciate you following along, appreciate your guys' accountability and seeing all of your progress, getting your gardens prepped. I will be back tomorrow with another video and talk to you guys then.